Hi, I'm Wes. I am the London Partnership Manager for the charity Christians Against Poverty. I've worked for them for the last 4 years, helping to set up projects within local churches to help them serve the poor and vulnerable in society. Over the last few years while I've been working for CAP, I've been going out to see clients face to face in their homes to sit with them and to work with them to get a solution for the debt that they're in. One of the first clients that I went to go and see was an elderly chap who had gambled away most of his pension. For him, he felt completely out of control and had no idea how he was going to sort of make ends meet. He was living off such a small amount each week. I don't know about you, but sometimes losing control of a situation makes me want to gain control so quick. And I remember this guy telling me, look, Wes, I've got no idea how I'm going to get out of the situation that I'm in, but I need help. And so for him, he called our organisation and we were able to help him become debt-free over a period of a few months by setting him a reasonable budget. But there was a turning point in his life where he had to realise that actually I need help. Another one of the clients that I went to go and see was a young guy in his 20s who had moved out of the house that he was growing up in with his parents and had got a flat by himself, but had quickly buried his head in the sand and ended up in a little bit of debt. So our organisation began to help, and over a course of a couple of weeks I'd invited him to church. One morning we had a short period of testimonies, and one of the guys in church was sharing about how he'd given God a yes or no answer, and he asked that God would show himself by doing so and so. And he encouraged people in our church to put the same level of faith in God in their situations and problems. When they need help from God, they can turn to him and expect a miracle. So this client, he kind of got all fired up. He went home and he decided, actually, God, if you are real, I'm going to go to the bookies, place a bet, and if you are real, this bet will come true. So he goes, places a bet, ends up winning a few £100. He comes back, and I went to go see him a few weeks later. He said, Wes, you'll never guess what happened. That guy in church was talking about asking for help from God in your situation. So I said, God, if you are real, this will happen. For us, when we feel like we can't find a way out, when there doesn't seem to be a solution, let me encourage you that you too can put your faith and trust in God, and you can ask God for help and direction at any point, and he will meet the needs that you have. Not always the way that we expect him, but he will always answer the prayers as he hears the prayers that we say. So just a couple of things that you can incorporate in your lifestyle just to help manage your own money better. Can I encourage you, regardless of the size of your income, to just take just a few moments to plan out a basic budget that just includes any monthly expenditure as well as yearly one-offs, such as like your car's MOT or holidays or Christmas. Break those large payments down into 12 smaller payments and incorporate those into a monthly budget. You'll be surprised to see, first of all, how much money you have left over at the end of the month for things like food shopping and fuel and stuff like that, but also how much money you will have left over to save or to be generous. If at the end of the month you are realising that you've got more going out or you've got some debt that you cannot afford to pay back, there's a couple of organisations who offer great advice. The first one is Step Change. It's telephone based, it's free, and they will work with you over the phone to find a solution to the situation that you're in. And the second one is Christians Against Poverty. It's the organisation I work for. They will send someone out from the local church to come into your home to help work with you and find a route out of debt that's suitable for you. And one final thing that I think over the last few years I've come to value more is that actually it's great to budget well, it's great to make sure you've got more in than what you've got going out, but it's important to make sure that you give to God. The Bible talks about on numerous occasions how we cannot serve two masters. Jesus mentions it in the New Testament. He says, look, you cannot serve both God and money. But actually, when we serve God first and we make him a priority, money seems insignificant in the light of who God is. I want you to know this morning that your value is not found in the possessions that you have. God isn't interested in what car you drive or how big your house is. He's interested in you as a person, and he loves you deeply. And so out of that, that knowing that we're valuable to God. For me in my own life and for Naomi as well, we've always sought to give back to God. We always tithe first out of the money that we've come in, and we've seen God do some amazing things in our own life when we seek to put him first.